I have to ask, because it's all over my FYP right now. It's like all anybody is talking about, but like the bear versus man in the woods debate. Now I figure we have to like have an official position for this particular debate. So like, where do you stand on that? Would you rather run into a bear or a man in the woods?
I think this one should be obvious.
Yeah.
Because I will die petting something that I shouldn't. So
Exactly.
bear.
And not a man. Not a man.
No. Ew. First of all, boys have cooties. Second of all, bears are adorable.
I also feel like both of us could like totally like tame a bear. Like not like fully, but like they would get our vibe. They would like, they know what's up.
Yeah, all you need is like a pot of honey or a picnic basket and you're good.
Exactly. Welcome to Weird White, everybody. We are talking about bears and men and bears. That's not at all what the topic is about today, but I am JD Ross with Bethany Marshall. We are your favorite weirdos. Welcome to the Weirdoverse. Bethany, how's it going today?
It's a day,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
It's going. It's busy, but you know.
I feel that. Yeah, this is another, you know, like people at home, you guys just don't even know, like, the stress that we're under sometimes. Like, because, like, you know what? We had to push this one back, too. We still get it, like, we're still getting this one out on time, so you don't see a difference. But, like, we work hard for y'all.
JD works so hard. I show up with knowledge. JD does the rest.
That's true. I do a lot of the background stuff. Like, it's like, honestly, like a lot of times, like it'll get pushed back to a Sunday of me just editing all morning. But you know what? I like it. I dig it. So I like the creative process. So hell yeah. So today we are going to be talking about a topic that I think is just fun. We're going to be ripping on Christians today. We are going to be talking about, I get, what's the best way to put this? Like things that Christians have found Satan in?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Like
finding Satan where he's not there?
Satanic everyday. I don't know.
It's not a full-on panic, but it's a satanic concern.
I like it. It's not a panic.
I like that.
It's the satanic concern.
The satanic concern. Hell yeah, you heard it here first. The satanic concern. Before we get to that, we got a couple of shout-outs, and we got some weird news that we're going to be bringing to you. So I got to give a shout-out to a very special friend of the show, Valerie. She hooked us up. We still haven't posted pictures of these yet, but she hooked us up with some really badass Weird Wide logo t-shirts and mugs. So we'll put those on the Instagram and the Tickety Talk soon. Speaking of that, we actually do have, we haven't done anything with it yet, but we're going to start working on putting an official TikTok and an official Instagram for the show together. So we'll start kind of pushing everybody to those. I've made them. We just haven't done anything with them yet.
I have to go follow them or something.
Yeah. We're going to have to go follow. Everybody's going to have to do that. Everybody's going to have to go follow those. So that way you get all your stuff in one spot. But shout out to Valerie for that. So Valerie, before we get to your shout outs, Valerie did have a little bit of an update for us here. We got a little bit from last week's episode. If everybody's paying attention, we did last meals last week. So I was able to get what Valerie would get for her last meal. So I actually think this is a good one. She put something on here that we both fucking forgot.
Oh God, this is going to make me feel stupid, isn't it?
A little bit, because like we weren't considering it and we probably should have been. First thing on her list, conjugal visit.
Really? Yeah.
Oh, no, you don't want the conjugal visit?
I have a headache.
Wow. You're actually going to go with that excuse. That's hilarious. I mean, I guess you would have a headache. And yeah, you know what? That'd be a stress headache. I could see that. I don't know. I could see... You know what, everybody at home, weirdwidepodcast@gmail.com. Do you think you would be like horny to get one extra out, or you'd be too freaked out to perform? Weirdwidepodcast@gmail.com.
I would definitely be like preoccupied in my head. Like,
yeah, that's true. All right, but she actually did have some food on here too. So there's the conjugal visit, followed by sushi, hard shell crabs. Ooh, raw oysters, a lot of fish on this one. Actually, gummy sharks, so even more fish. Gummy sharks.
I love her.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's awesome. Reese's peanut butter cups, which I forgot that's one I feel like I should have had on mine too, because like maybe some big cups.
See, that's what I was gonna ask. Like, which Reese's peanut butter cup? Like the regular,
That's
or like
true.
the
That's
mini? Because with all of them, the
yeah.
chocolate to peanut butter
It's
ratio
totally
is
different.
different.
Well, and
Yeah.
then there's all the like the offshoots of the cups. There's like the Nutrageous bar. There's like the fast break, and there's just like 1,000 different versions of like Reese goes hard.
Yeah, they do. They back back in my day, it used to just be a little Reese
They
cup, and
used to
now it's
just be
like
able to get one little disc, and they didn't put a potato chip in it or anything. It was just the disc itself.
now you can get like Reese pieces in Reese cup,
Dude, you can
and
get Reese pieces in there. You can get anything in there. Like they just be putting shit in there. They're like, you want some caramel in there? Here it is. You want some marshmallow? Fucking have it. It's a
I
little
hate
bit much. It's
marshmallow.
oh really? That's weird. I feel like you hate a lot of weird things.
I feel like you like a lot of weird
That's
things.
fair. That's fair too. I will take my bowl of all lime Skittles.
Like all lime.
All
What?
lime. All lime. All lime.
No,
Somebody out there's
no.
got to be with me on this.
I disagree. Well, probably my son,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah. That's why he's awesome. That's why
Yeah.
he's awesome.
He's something.
All right, so she had a couple other things on the list too. So she had movie theater popcorn with extra butter, which I dig that. That's an
Mm.
experience right there. Diet cherry Pepsi, which again I don't get the diet part. Like, but you
It
pick
tastes different.
it's a totally different experience. I don't dig on the diet stuff, so that's just not into
I get it.
Yeah, and then there was a margarita on the rocks if they'll allow it, followed by sipping pumpkin spice coffee while watching Friends.
Oh, well, actually, it's on in the background of my is Friends.
Is it?
Yeah.
Dude, I always like kind of wonder what's on there because like when I'm doing the editing, I just see like the flashes, so it just looks dramatic from my perspective, and I never actually know what's actually on there.
I'm not gonna lie. Usually I pay no attention to what's on there because when I turn it off, it's just kind of boring. So
Yeah, yeah, you got to have some kind of noise. Like
this
we're doing.
this way it's action.
Yeah, we got Golden Girls on right now.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, dude.
I don't think I've ever seen an episode of Golden Girls.
Really? Huh? See,
Everybody's gonna hate me, but
I mean, honestly, you should give it a watch. It's a really good show. I'm a total Blanche.
I don't know what that means. But I'll
See, I know,
believe you.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? Like, just like find a clip, like a clip of like Blanche's best or something. You'll be like, that's JD.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
he's a Blanche.
JD, aka Blanche.
Hell yeah. So that is Valerie's last meal list. So Valerie, thank you for the shirts, thank you for the mugs, and thank you for the update for the last meals.
This is for you, Valerie.
Oh shit, are we trying this again?
Flexing.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
flexing
She's
stuff that JD
fucking
can't do.
flexing the hell out of me. Oh my god, I cannot get it. For everybody who's
That's kind of.
for everybody who's just watching
Look,
or just
look.
listening, we're trying the
Aw,
heart thing again.
yay.
Wait, did I get it?
You did.
We're trying the millennial heart thing.
No, this is Gen Z.
Oh, the Gen Z. Yeah, the millennials.
This is millennials.
That's millennials because
This
like, we have
is
less
Gen
coordination.
Z.
This feels
And
more
then
right though.
This is Gen Alpha.
Now, see, I still don't get the Gen Alpha one. The Gen Alpha one just looks like the what is it? The chef thing, the chef kiss.
Yeah.
Maybe
that's what it
underneath the
is.
ball. Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know. Gen Alpha's terrifying, if I'm being completely honest with you.
Man, I can't even believe that we have somebody after Gen Z already, though. That's crazy.
I know. My youngest is Gen Alpha, and that's how I know they're terrifying.
Well, that's fair. You got a front row seat to the nonsense.
All right. I have 2 shout outs today.
Hit me with them.
One is to my favorite Irishman, Daka, you potato loving fool. And my second one is to my beautiful, angelic, not so graceful 17-year-old daughter, Alex. She was asking me today, do you ever talk about me? And I was like, yeah, I talk about you a lot. And she's like, talk about me more. So bet. Okay.
Bet.
I'm going
Here
to
we
talk
are.
all about my adorable, I got to think of more descriptive, talented. Let me tell you what, talented.
Mm-hmm. Did I meet Alex the other day when I was over at your house?
No, she was stuck upstairs because she's on crutches.
Okay, gotcha. Because I met a slurry of children and animals when I came over.
Yeah, that's my house. I think you met my niece and my son. And
okay.
wait, what day did you come over? You might have met my other niece too.
Was that last Saturday?
Was it Saturday? If it was Saturday, I think you met both of my nieces.
There was an older youngin.
Then my son, and then was there a little girl?
The little girl was a little terrifying.
She is a wild animal.
Well, because yeah, you described her as feral, and that's fucking accurate. Like I've been telling the story all week. Like so this little girl was pint-sized child, right?
6 years old.
6 years old, and she just walks up. She goes up to Bethany, and she just goes, "This is slime," and proceeds to fucking power slam something onto the ground, which goes flying, and we're both like, "What the fuck is that?" And she's like, "It's slime," and it's like it's a bouncy ball. Maybe slime was in it, but it was like still, it was a terrifying moment.
That's my little Lizzie right there, summed up. Do you see why I'm so tired? Okay.
We were talking about like before we hit record this afternoon about how tired Bethany is. And honestly, I'm with her, but I don't have that excuse. So I don't know if I'm even allowed to be as tired as you are right now.
No, you can be tired. We're both tired. It's
Hell
fine.
Yeah. We're not gatekeeping tired over here.
Yeah, everybody be tired. If you're tired, you can be tired, whether you have feral children or not.
Hell yeah. I got a feral cat that lives in the house. That's about it.
Yeah, but she's so cute.
Yeah. Also, Stuart, I got to meet Stuart in person. Stuart she tells it like it is.
Yeah, it's definitely my cat.
Yeah.
She's missing today. I was really upset. I was trying to get her on the bed.
She's like, "No, fuck you. Fuck you."
I think she went out back to lay under the trampoline for a little bit.
That sounds nice, actually.
It does.
Yeah.
It's a nice day outside.
Oh yeah. So okay. So what else you got to say about Alex? We got off track there as we
let's see. This child is an amazing singer.
Hell yeah.
An amazing artist. She is good-ish sometimes at school.
Alex sounds like she could do better at school.
Alex she tries really hard sometimes.
I get it. You know what though? I get it because I was the same way. I didn't do good in school.
ADHD.
Totally. 100%. 100%. All right. So that's Daka and Alex. I love it.
Heck yeah.
All right.
Love to everybody. Look, flexing again.
Man, you're flexing again. I can't do it. I don't even know.
I'm going to do it so much now.
You're just like,
because you can't.
You're just like whipping that out. Like I can't even. Oh my God. It's not. It's like, can you do that? Can you do the Vulcan thing? The Vulcan. Ah, fuck you. Fuck you.
I got it like that. I got magic fingers.
Hell yeah. I thought I had magic fingers, but apparently not when it comes to the heart. I just, oh my God.
You just don't got it like that.
Everybody just listening, you're just not getting the full experience with this because this is just me.
Can you do this? Oh my
God, I'm struggling. What is that? Oh my God. Okay.
So my talent.
All right. We're bending. We are showing weird talents here. So Bethany is currently bending her thumb to her wrist, which I can't do, but I can do this. I can do this creepy, like, broken arm thing. Yeah, I can do this creepy broken arm nonsense. You see that? Oh, yeah, that's gross. That's gross right there. Oh my God, everybody's real. It's totally real. I fucking tricked Trina with that one time. So basically, for everybody who's just listening, I'm double jointed in both my elbows for some reason. So like I can make it look like my arm is just broken.
And it does. It looks so.
Look at that.
It looks like you put it on wrong.
I made Trina cry one time with that.
Terrible.
She was working in a hotel, and we used to just like crash there because like we would all just go hang out because she was working overnight, so we would just all go and hang out. Nobody else was around, and like I was like, everybody watch this shit, and like I fell, and then I come up like, oh my God, look at my fucking arm, my arms, and she starts crying. She's like, oh no, oh my God, are you okay? I'm like, oh baby, it's okay, it's good.
Poor Trina.
Yeah, she's got to deal with me.
She has to put up with you every day.
See, yeah, you get me for like a couple hours a week. Like, you don't see how intense it actually can be.
Sounds exhausting.
It's a little exhausting. I'll even give her that. I'll give her.
And I have enough kids.
Yeah, exactly. You don't need one that can drive and make like adult decisions because he looks like an adult.
Right.
Well, you do got Gary.
Listen, he is so exhausting though.
Don't be talking shit about Gary. I love Gary.
It's on a level at this point with him
I get
because
it, though.
he's starting to get ideas like I get.
Yeah.
But I know that they're bad ideas when he gets them, but also I really like the ideas. So I'm like, okay.
So you got to pretend it's not an idea that's fun.
Yeah, like we have been going back and forth about how getting baby ducks is a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it is for us, but we both want baby ducks at different points.
I mean, you guys
somehow I've become the responsible adult.
Isn't that weird when that happens? Like all of a sudden there's that shift in like, oh my God, am I the responsible one?
I am.
It happens to me every now and then. It's not often, but like sometimes it does happen to me.
I hate it and I'm scared.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So these have been our shout outs. Let's get back on track here. Let's get a little bit of weird news. So, all right. Do you want me to go first? I've got a theme going. So
you do have a theme.
Yeah. Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay. Okay.
I'm really excited to tell you about this one. So Amazon has this like super advanced technology in like stores, right?
Yeah.
Where all you have to do is you go in, you scan your palm, it signs you into
you scan your palm, like your hand.
Yeah.
Is there a chip?
No, it's just like your palm print, and it's it logs you into like I guess Amazon One, right? Which is like you have an account. You go around, you go shopping, and you just leave, and they automatically do the checkout through the it's called the Just Walkout AI, right?
Okay.
So literally there's no cashier, you don't have to swipe. They just automatically bill you to your chosen payment method. You just put stuff in your cart and you leave.
Just like you're doing with like Amazon online.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Except you don't have to add it to you don't have to do any of the checkout process.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
But like, what is this technology?
Right.
Turns out it was about 1,000 guys watching cameras in where was it? Let's see. In India.
Oh my God.
That was their technology. It was just a bunch of people watching cameras.
So like when it should have been something, when they called it an AI, but it was literally just dudes just dudes watching and documenting what people were getting.
Yeah. Yep. That's all it was.
What the fuck? Wouldn't it be easier to do some kind of scan app on your phone thing?
You'd think, but this one kind of seems like it was like, hey, look how advanced we are over like Walmart or, whatever.
But all they're doing is implementing slave labor.
Basically.
Because, I mean, they're not paying that much.
That's why it's in India because, you can pay less.
Well, like, okay, but like also I feel extra bad because like, okay, I'm not trying to like make like stereotypes here, but like isn't India like we're talking about a poorer nation, so like food is going to be like more of a scarcity. Wouldn't watching a bunch of Americans like and their decadent bullshit grocery choices, wouldn't that make you fucking hungry?
Right. Like and not only that, it would give me resentment.
Total resentment.
These fucking Americans and their
like,
fucking
fuck you and your fucking Milano cookies.
Right. Ooh, that sounds so
Doesn't
good.
that sound good? We've done it again.
I know. There's a Pepperidge Farm outlet up in Gettysburg that I sometimes go to and I splurge and it's so delicious.
Dude, they have the best like store-bought cookies.
It's, oh my goodness. They have so much stuff up there. So many different flavors of goldfish.
Oh my God. Dude, when are we going up there? When are we doing a Weird White on location up there?
I don't know because I'm trying really hard. I'm trying to eat healthy and lose weight and all this stuff. But then I record with you and
get really hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Am I the bad influence here?
Yeah. Because then you're like, let's do an entire episode around food.
Okay, that was my bad. But it was also about death.
That's true. It had a little bit of darkness.
Yeah.
Food is morbid food.
Morbid food. Hell yeah.
All right. What is one of your themed
All right,
news
all right,
stories.
all
I'm
right.
so excited.
All right, I got two themed news stories. Did you have one more, or did you have two?
Oh
Or
yeah, I
one,
do have
you
another
have one
one.
more. You want to do yours first, or you want me to do one of mine next?
Okay, no, you can do both yours together
Okay,
so
okay,
that it's
okay.
like, okay. So this one I think is really cool
Uh-huh.
because apparently they have detected gases that we only know as coming from life
Okay.
on a planet called K218b.
Okay. Okay. So we're talking about an exoplanet outside of the solar
Yeah.
system. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And they have discovered, I think it was carbon dioxide, and I can't remember what the other one was, but it is gases that, as far as we know, can only come from some form of life.
That's exciting. So like, okay,
We
so
might
like,
have
oh, we
aliens.
might have confirmation. Now, are they thinking it's going to be the microscopic aliens, or are they thinking it's going to be like actual like dudes?
I don't know because really it was just talking about how they're excited about it
Yeah.
and how, you know,
I love how they're
and
just like, we're really excited. I'm like, well, I want more information. They're like, dude,
right.
okay, like back off.
Easy. It's hard to get this much
Like,
information.
we did really good to get this far.
All right, it's like really far
It's real
away.
far. It's an exoplanet, bro.
I can't even remember how far away it was.
It's got to be
But
like just like a crazy number. Like,
I want to say I want to say that it's relatively close, but I could be wrong because once you start giving planets just like letters and numbers, I
yeah,
mix
they're
them all
out
up.
there. Oh yeah, they're out
Yeah.
there. And there's like that's like a whole thing. It's like there are people that just do that all the time. They're just like, yeah, that's Tau fucking 35. Like
Yeah.
it's
Yep.
just that's just Yeti
They should give
Zeti
them they should give them like cute names like Cornelius.
Alderon.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
let's go back to naming planets stuff instead of letters and
Yeah.
numbers.
Yeah, that's boring. Like why not? I mean there's like how many
NASA.
gods are there? Yeah. Like I mean there's got to be a bunch that we can do. We can mix and match. It doesn't have to be Greek or Roman. Like it could be a bunch.
Right. We don't even need to do gods, just like
Yeah.
names.
Yeah. Could be a bunch.
Betty.
Oh, dude, I would visit Planet Betty.
I would too. I would too. I There's a whole like tourist industry
Mhm.
here that people aren't thinking about. You know, you're not
Mhm.
thinking about your future.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're not thinking long term. You're not thinking 3 or 4 steps ahead. Nobody wants to
Right.
go to KM 135. They want to
Right.
visit Planet Betty.
Right. I would visit Betty so
I would
fast.
visit Betty so fast. Like way more than KM 135. And I don't even know what
Yeah,
Betty looks like.
I know.
Betty could be a
Me
gas
either.
giant. Betty could be an
It
absolute like fucking just like big ass cloud of nothing.
Some of the prettiest planets are gas giants though.
Jupiter's my favorite besides Earth.
There's one, it's like pink and blue. I'm obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't that's the one. It's letters and numbers in the name.
Yeah.
But so pretty.
That's Planet Betty. That's what we're going with
That's
Planet
Planet
Betty.
Betty.
Yeah.
Yep.
They can call it whatever they want. It's Planet Betty.
Officially. It's
Hell yeah.
officially Planet Betty. I'm gonna
Hell
go
yeah.
on the Wikipedia page after
And just
we're
change
done.
it. Just change it.
Just
I like
change
that.
it.
I think
Yep.
you should. I think you should do that. Take
I
credit for it
should.
too. Yeah, just like I did that.
Right.
All right. So I've got two weird news stories here, and they're a theme. I don't know how this happened. Like, well, honestly, the weird news was weird in this week. Like, that's why we got a lot this week of weird news. We had so much to choose from. So
There was a lot of
there
weird stuff happening.
there was. So both of mine are bee related.
Which I love. Bees, you know,
I
love
love bees.
bees.
I love bees. Bees are awesome. They're the dudes that are out here. They're the ones doing the real work for the whole planet. And people don't and people aren't and you know, we need to save the bees. Like save the bees. Come on.
Like legit, save the bees.
Save the bees. Hashtag
I'm
save the
planting
bees.
I'm planting a bunch of wildflowers for the bees.
I love it. I would love to beekeep at some point.
I would too, but that's also very scary.
It feels like an eccentric like thing to do. So like it feels like something I'd love to get into. But like I've said that, and then Trina looks at me. She goes, You gonna keep bees? Like what's the first fucking thing about keeping bees?" I was like, "I don't know. Fucking be friends with the bees." Like
Right.
I could be
Like, come
friends
on,
with a bunch of
Trina.
bees. Yeah, she needs to get on board with this. Like she's over here with her logic. Like get the fuck
We
out of here
don't
with your logic.
do logic.
No, we
Okay.
do not dabble in logic at all.
It's
All right.
not welcome here.
It's not. It's not at all. All right. So the first one is out of Oakland, California. So this is just kind of like a dick move, but it's also like a really weird true crime story. Like I love weird heists. So this lady who like runs a beekeeping operation, and she like does it like professionally. She like, you know, sells the honey, does a bunch of stuff. Well, had her bees stolen.
Uh, how do you?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
How
Somebody
do you
stole the
steal
bees.
bees?
I don't know, but they apparently had a plan, because apparently the colony was stolen. Like they stole the colony, and they made sure to specify the queen too. So like they got the main bitch, which they need, I guess, to continue. So like it feels like, is there like a weird rivalry amongst beekeepers that I don't know about?
That's kind of what it feels like, because I don't even think getting bees is super expensive, because there's always people that are trying to like find places for these
Yeah.
massive bee swarms.
Yeah. Like I
Like,
literally was in a grocery store the other day, and they had like starter bee kits. And like that's where I got the main idea for like recently. I was like, "Babe, fucking bees." And she's like, "Where the fuck are we going to put that?" I was like, "I don't fucking find a place. Like there's no room where I'm at. You've seen my place. There's no room here at all."
you
Which
could keep them in your office.
I could keep them in my office. Could you imagine the buzz sound that I would be dealing with right now? Just every few
It's,
minutes, just fuck.
but like you could like imagine it as like a white noise type situation.
That's
Maybe you'd get
true.
better sleep.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Hmm. I'm gonna float this idea to Trina and tell her that like it was your idea, but I'm on board.
Sorry, Trina.
All right, so that's the one. But this is the really good one here. So like,
Oh God.
okay. So you got kids. So like how often, and you got young kids still. So like how often do they have like a monster in the closet situation? How often are they scared of their closet?
So, I mean, it definitely happens.
Mhm.
With my son being on the spectrum,
Yeah.
if he watches something, right, that's a little bit spooky, then it's a little
It gets like
heightened.
into his noggin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so I mean, it's a common
Okay.
occurrence in my house.
Okay. Okay. So this little girl in North Carolina. Now this was a months long thing. Like
Oh
honestly,
God.
I've never heard of like less observant parents. Like I'm not a parent, so like I don't know, but I'm definitely judging the shit out of these parents. So like she kept talking about how there's a monster in her closet. And they're like, "Ha ha, there's no monster in your closet. You don't got to worry about nothing. Here's a glass of water." They literally in the article were like, I gave her a glass of water and sent her back to bed, like fucking Cindy Lou Who. And she fucking keeps insisting on it. She's like, "Dude, there is something in my closet. I don't know why they didn't look."
Yeah,
And then
that's like the first step in like helping get the kid go back to sleep. So, I mean, like that way they'll leave you alone. You
yeah,
go in there, you show, look, there's nothing in here. It's
yeah,
safe. There's like toys, clothes, whatever you keep in your closet.
yeah. That's the move. Is like you open it and like, look, see, there's nothing. Like it sounds to me like the parents were scared that there might have been a monster in the in the closet, which is even funnier.
Yeah.
I'm not
Like,
opening
and
that.
that's
What if
kind
there
of
is a monster?
that's kind of understandable too, though, because like when you read some of the scary stuff, I have definitely been scared of a
Mhm.
monster under my bed as an adult.
That's true. Like I'm not like I have like the logic in my head to like know that it's not there, but like I also like if it's like 3 in the morning and I get up to pee, I get into bed really quick.
Oh yeah, hey, just in case. Like you
Exactly.
don't
You
you
don't
don't
want to be
necessarily think, okay, yeah, there's definitely a monster under my bed. But like,
you don't want to be wrong.
yeah, you don't know what's the worst that can happen. You just get in bed fast.
Yeah, exactly. And then I'm more comfy and back to sleep.
Right.
Yeah. No.
Or you could get in bed slow and lose
And
your
get
beat.
got by a monster. Hell, there was
Right.
one of the Alien versus Predator movies, which I don't know why that keeps coming up on this show. I brought that up. They're not even that good. Like honestly, I love the Aliens franchise, I love the Predator franchise. Them together, not a great franchise. But there was
Yeah.
literally a moment that's like stuck with me from the second one where like the little girl is like, "There's a monster outside," and they're like, "Don't worry, honey. There's nothing here. I'll show you." Fucking opens it up and a xenomorph comes like smashing through the window, and so like that's in my head a little bit.
Yeah,
So,
like it's not a very realistic
right.
possibility, but it's like a little bit of a
Yeah. So
possibility.
like I see where they get there. I'm still judging them, but I see where they
Hmm.
got there with that. But like eventually, I guess they looked. There were 60,000 bees in this little girl's closet.
That poor kid.
Yeah, there's like okay, and 60,000 bees is gonna make noise. Now they even mentioned like there was a giant collection of them on the outside because it was like a 100-year-old house, and it's like, did you not think that might have been part of the fucking problem?
Like, yeah, it would have to be a case where they're just not super observant because like if there was a large collection of bees on the outside of my house, I think I would notice.
I would think that like maybe, especially if it's in proximity to the little girl's bedroom, she keeps talking about something. I'm thinking maybe that's part of it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, did it say how old the girl was?
I think she was like 5 or 6.
Yeah, no excuse.
Yeah.
Because if it was like, okay, 13, yeah, we give the kid privacy, you know.
Yeah. He's he's on his own and he's a bit of an asshole anyway now. So
right. With my 17-year-old, you know, she definitely gets privacy. I don't go in her room, you know.
But if she came to you like, hey, there might be an actual monster in my room. First of all, it's like it would come off like she's joking, but like then it's like if she was insisting on it for a while, it's like maybe we should check this out.
This is worth investigating.
Exactly. It's worth fucking investigating. So like, but like they were honeybees, so they can't come in with an exterminator because they're a protected species. So
yeah, you have to relocate them.
How do you relocate 60,000 bees?
So interestingly enough, I could probably pull off a bee heist like your first story because I'd have the knowledge. What you do, right? You have to dig in, pull out as much of the honeycomb as you can, right? And you have like this cute little honeycomb box and you like hang it or whatever. And there's a bunch of them in there. That's their home.
Yeah.
And then you find the queen. Now, finding the queen is the hard part because she kind of blends in a little bit. Yeah. So
I feel like once you find her, I feel like she's like it's there she is. But like But like I imagine
where's
she'd be hard
Waldo
to live.
situation.
Yeah.
And then you put her in what looks like a hair clip. And put her in with the honeycomb box and leave her there for a little bit. And they all kind of go over there and start chilling there. And then you can move them. Thank you, TikTok.
All right. See, this is why the government doesn't want TikTok around because like information gets shared. I never would have even conceivably knew how to relocate bees.
I definitely get a lot of bee relocation videos on my For You page.
You didn't visit Oakland, California for like bee heist purposes recently, did you?
I plead the fifth.
Wow. So we might have a bee heist situation. You know what? Confirming nor denying. Neither one.
Neither.
I'm also picturing like because like I feel like since the bees fly, I'm picturing like once you get like the queen is here, guys. I picture like then it's like you're holding it outside of like a pickup truck while you're driving down the highway and just a swarm following down the highway. That'd be a pretty cool image.
That I really think should be how they do it. I think they need to change their practice.
Yeah.
Do it in a truck with the hair clip of Queen Bee hanging out and a cartoon swarm just behind them.
Yeah, and like warn no one. You're just like traveling through town. Could you imagine just riding through town just like with 60,000 bees in tow?
And then you hit the red light.
Yeah, and then you're just like, and you're just like over here. You just like look over at the person at Tuesdays, right?
Right, like somebody's trying to cross in the crosswalk, and they're just like, "I'm gonna wait."
No, it's like, no, go ahead. You're good.
Yeah, bye, bee cloud.
All right, so that is the weird news for today. That is, we had a lot of weird news on this episode.
I know there's a lot going on. The world is weird, man.
I love it. It's getting weirder again. Like it feels like there was like almost like not any worthy stories coming out. Like not ones that I was like, this is good for weird news.
Yeah, it was kind of dry there for a minute, and then all of a sudden,
somebody just turned the spigot, and
let's go.
Hell yeah, let's go. All right. Well, speaking of let's go, let's get into this. Let's find us the devil today. Holy shit, I have just been like drowning my brain in preachers talking about how evil shit is.
I'm so scared.
I am scared of the devil at this point because he could be anywhere.
He literally, if listen, depending on how deep you go into the Christian verse,
yeah,
everything is the devil.
It really is.
Oh my gosh, I did make something that I think this episode would be very appreciative of, and it's a what would Jesus do bracelet.
What would Jesus do? Hell yeah.
I didn't even make it for this episode. It was completely random.
I love it, dude. Fucking what would Jesus do? He would just find Satan everywhere. That's what he would do.
Yup.
So like I know where like satanic panics have always been a thing. So like I guess a satanic concern is kind of always like an offshoot. I know we're in the middle of like kind of a renaissance satanic panic right now with QAnon and different things like that.
Yeah.
The last one we had, I did cover a little bit before Bethany joined the show. The McManey Manor and all that in the 80s and the stuff that led up to that. So like I don't exactly know where the satanic concern of losing your fucking mind came from, but like we're kind of focusing on like I guess the last 40 years or so, like the last. Like a lot of pop culture stuff from like the 80s through now.
Mine is so focused on very recent, like 2000s and up.
Okay, good. Because I was doing a lot of the ones from like I was watching old videos like offshoot, like not even like the 700 Club. It was like Club 36. It was like some Wish version of the Pat Robertson bullshit, and they weren't even super churchy. They were just, it was like literally this like, it's all old people. It's always old people. But the ones I was looking at, they were like sitting on a couch and just like they were just bitching about the fucking the kids aren't doing this because of this, and the kids, they're just not reading the scripture. They're not reading the scripture.
It's all that rock and roll music.
Literally. Well, that's one. Okay. First of all, that's one of the things that fucking, they love to find Satan in the rock and roll. Actually, that goes even further back. Like when jazz was a thing, like when it was first a thing, the devil was in the jazz.
Yeah. And could you imagine like listening to jazz and thinking that was satanic? Like
people used to be like, that is going to send you to hell if you don't stop listening to that.
It's all in the saxophone.
It's all in the saxophone. It's also in the notes that you don't play. Satan is in the notes you don't play.
Exactly. That's a new catchphrase. I'm making a bumper sticker.
I like that. I like that a lot. But a lot of the stuff is just like the most innocuous stuff I could ever possibly conceive. Like, okay, one that I definitely understand to a certain degree, like I guess to a certain degree because of the name Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, that one, okay. Like, I get it. And then if you really look into it, there's like sorcery and magic and, you know.
Yeah, which like they take that as automatically just like that's evil, that's the devil. And like a lot of the preachers like just did not understand. Like that's another common theme, is they just did not understand.
Yeah,
like,
you don't get it. You're boomering really hard right now.
Really hard.
And
your
it's
boomer
showing.
Is really showing. Like really hard. So
like cover it up a little bit, maybe.
Yeah. So this dude, I swear to God, it's a 35-minute fucking sermon on various different things. That was the main one that I focused on. And this guy, he looks like a somehow more white trash Danny McBride. You know Danny McBride. You know Danny McBride, right? Yeah. Somehow a little bit more white trash. He had an actual mullet going on. He was a little bit fatter, a little bit greasier looking, like a little bit like he doesn't look like someone you would trust with your kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm getting the image.
Yeah. I'll post the whole video on our Facebook page. Because it's just like, honestly, if you have 35 minutes to watch it, it's spectacular. Like in its unhinged madness. And this guy, but like these people were buying into this shit. Like, but he's literally going on about how like they don't have to have the church. They don't have to have the mommies and daddies. They don't have to have the aunts and uncles, because they got the power. And they can pull this power. They're talking about Dungeons and fucking Dragons. Like, It's like, dude, you're just playing a character. And he literally comes off with this bullshit of like, when they die, they have a psychic connection to the character. And because they've been playing that character for 10 to 12 years, which, by the way, no, we're making new characters like every fucking 5 minutes, first of all.
Yeah,
I've got like 7 characters at least.
I don't even play, and I have already made characters for the chance that I do get to play. And there's multiple.
Exactly. By the way, I'm gonna be putting something together at some point with that. So don't. Yeah, you and Gary are gonna be coming over for that. I've got a fun idea for that actually. But he literally goes on like they've got a psychic connection with the character. So when the character dies, they feel the need to kill themselves to join with their. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro?
That is creative.
It's a way to scare a dumb parent, I guess.
Yeah. It makes me think of watching Young Sheldon.
Yeah.
Because that was actually a thing that had like come up, was they play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
And they're like freaking out because, you know, his mom's all Christian.
Dude, I knew somebody around here that like was like some kind of like after school teacher, like tutor thing. And he was like literally trying to like do Dungeons and Dragons with the kids. Cause like showing them like literally using it as a tool for teaching them how to like, okay, like problem solving or creative, like this and that, you know, fucking working together, just improv. And one of the ladies at the fucking thing was like, that is satanic and you can't have that. That's Dungeons and Dragons. It's the devil's magic. It's the devil's magic.
But like, I can't fathom seeing kids being kids and doing it creatively and being like, stop.
Exactly, because that's what it all boils down to, is like they all have this weird complex, like, and this is I think what's at the core of it, of the kids are not reading their Bible, they're not following the word of God, they're not doing that, and that's what it all boils down to. And if I'm being honest here, you know, we're talking shit about Christians today, so like I'm gonna like lay what I actually think out here. I think it's all control is what I really think it is.
Exactly what I was about to say is they're doing something that they want to do instead of something that you're telling them to do.
Exactly. And like, you know, they're mad that like like all these different pop culture things, it's always pop culture. It's just like taking away from the Bible. Well, it's like, yeah, it's taking away from the Bible. It's way more exciting. Like you got to think about like kids, man. Like kids want to do what kids are going to do. They want to play. They want to fucking, you know, and Dungeons and Dragons, like especially like back in the 80s and stuff, would, you know, was an outlet for people that like, you know, like literally like nerds who would get their asses kicked would be able to come together in a circle and feel strong and feel powerful through their character, and like it would get them through.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff is like really good to help kids cope with some stuff that in their life that they don't know how to cope with.
Yeah, exactly. And then like, you know, you take literally something like Dungeons and Dragons and like it literally can improve actual social skills and like problem solving skills and like, oh, I didn't think about that. Teamwork. Like honestly, I could make the argument that D&D could actually benefit people. Like if you start a kid on that, like at a young age, I think it could, I don't know the studies, it's all conjecture, but I feel like it could actually increase their intelligence and skills for life.
I kind of think that it should be incorporated into like more like therapeutic practices.
Ooh.
Because if you really think about it, you know, you're getting creative, you're using your, you know, your mind juices.
Yeah.
And you're going to go off, right? You're going to go off too with some of your lived experience.
Yeah.
So, you know, you could use that in a therapeutic, I think literally that they slept on it. They demonized it. and it could have been such a good tool. It still can be,
Well,
but
I think it's definitely coming like full circle. I think it's starting to become mainstream. Like I think Stranger Things helped a lot with it. Like because like I know one of
yeah.
Trina's friends, her kid watched Stranger Things. I love. By the way, he's awesome. He's I've known him since he was a little like little baby. And he's like, I want to play fucking Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. Let's like set it. We still haven't set that up. I feel bad because we haven't got a chance to set it up. But it's like now like kids are like mainstreamly interested in it. I think that's fucking awesome.
And there's a lot of the like video games and stuff that are coming out
Yeah.
are also kind of pushing that because you get a lot of
Mhm.
the fantasy and the weird, and
Yeah.
I love it.
I fucking love it. And I think your idea of like having it as a therapeutic thing is like a fantastic idea. So it's like you take some like, you take a kid that's gone through some trauma or gone through something. And it's like, okay, let's take you from this point of view. What would make you feel powerful? What would make you feel like strong? What would make you like feel better? And then you present them with the options the game has, which are ever expanding. It's like, do you feel like you'd want to be a fighter? Like, yeah, I want to be able to kick some ass. Hell yeah, you're a fucking barbarian then. Like, if you fucking build that character out, you schmackety schmack, and you fucking be or it's like, I'm smart. I want to be a wizard. I want to do fucking magic and shit. There's just so many options to allow for that just like that mental exercise.
Yeah, and it can take something as heavy as
Yeah.
therapy and just make it fun.
Yeah.
We're not talking about this traumatic event.
Right.
We are talking about Glinda, the
Yeah.
sorcerer.
We're talking
And
about Balfour the fucking barbarian out here, and he's whooping ass,
yeah.
and he's with his friends, and they're whooping ass together.
Yep.
But it's like at the same time you're throwing like you're like throwing the story in where it's like heading for therapeutic stuff. Yeah, I'm sure you'd have to like work like a couple things out for it, but like
Oh yeah.
I feel like that could be a really powerful tool in therapy.
That's one that I've been saying for years now. They need to do this. Somebody, I'm sure it's being done somewhere.
I'm sure somebody's looking into
I
it.
hope so.
I hope so too. I fucking love it. And like on this, like if you want to talk about like evil in D&D, like first of all, like yes, in my current D&D campaign, yes, we've committed a few war crimes. I will admit that. I'll admit we've committed a few war crimes. But like literally, my character is a wildfire druid who's always stoned.
I think D&D changes a little bit as you get older.
They didn't know that pipeweed was an option.
I think it's it's definitely a game. You make that you personalize it.
Exactly.
Make it your own.
Exactly. And that's what I've done. I base my character on Spicoli from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I was like, if you took that guy and you gave him a bunch of weird magic powers where he could turn into animals and shit, how would he do it?
I got some really bad news though.
What?
I don't get the reference.
I know you don't. I fucking know you don't. Like, okay, but I feel like you know this one. You just don't know that you don't know it. Like, I know I've sent you that GIF of like the stoner looking dude, like, oh, gnarly. I know I've sent that to you.
I'll have to look into this.
Come on, it's the one where like he orders pizza at, like, and it has it show up like at school at his classroom.
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh my god, it's Fast Times. It's Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Way to go, Hamilton!
Yeah, way to go.
That's okay. We'll have them. You know what? I don't even know. I've lost track of all the movies that we have to show you at this point.
I know. Everybody does. It turns into a list. It's just ever growing.
An ever growing list. We will eventually get to it.
One day.
One day. So D&D, evil. You know what else was evil? Smurfs.
Oh, how?
I don't even remember how. I was like so brain dead by the time I got to the Smurf preacher that it was just like something about how Gargamel had made Smurfette to seduce the other Smurfs, and she represented like the whore of Babylon or something. And because like they all come from like a Smurf egg or something. I don't remember the origin of the Smurfs. I forget how the Smurfs are even made, but like it was something about like because they evolved that's evil. And I'm like, you're just fucking searching for shit.
I'm speechless.
Right? They're just like little dudes.
And like now Smurfette's a whore?
Smurfette is like a whore, apparently. According to the Christians, Smurfette is like a whore. She is like the community property of the Smurf village. Well, she is the only chick there, so.
There goes my childhood.
Yeah, Smurfette is just getting it raw and blue all day long, apparently.
By the whole village.
Whole village. Papa Smurf's in there. Fucking Twitchy Smurf's in there. What? I don't know the other Smurfs. What are the other Smurfs?
Handy.
Handy's,
love Handy.
Yeah. You know what Handy's out there getting from Smurfette?
Oh, it's in his name.
That's right. Hey there, Smurfette. Sure could use a Handy.
Oh my God. I want to go rewatch the Smurfs now with this satanic.
Just like looking
Smurfette
for
is a whore.
looking
Yeah.
for like, wow, look at Smurfette fucking just out here. Like, look at what she's wearing. Like, I wonder if Smurfette would choose the bear or the man.
Smurfette, if she's a whore, she's going to choose the man.
She's going to choose the man. That's right.
Christians ruin everything.
Everything. What are some of the ones you got here? I got a few more, but like what else you got here?
First of all, hold on.
Product placement. We are not sponsored by fucking Monster
Not
Energy.
Sponsored. However, one thing that is satanic is Monster Energy drinks.
Which, okay. And I love the breakdown here. Take us through this one. This is amazing.
Okay, this one I have a harder time remembering because I've listen. Okay, so it's with Mark of the Beast. Okay. And there's something with the 3 lines.
Yeah, like everything is like intentional on it. That's the whole thing. Like hold that up to the camera. So like I've seen this where this lady is like, it's like the 3 is something because something about 3 times 2 somehow equals 666 because it's 3. Okay, it's 3 times 2 equals 6, and because there's 3 of the scratches, that means 666.
Is it because I drink 2 of these a day? So I'm definitely the devil.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely the devil. And honestly, I feel like I wouldn't mind a sponsorship from Monster Energy just because like it feels like it fits our brand well. Like it's got, especially the original has the green. We love the green scheme. We love monsters.
I love energy drinks because I'm so tired all the time because there's like 47 children and 89 animals.
There's so much going on over there.
Satan in the Smurfs.
Satan loves the Smurfs, but like obviously the monster itself is like, it's like, look at that. It's a claw. It's clawing through because it's evil.
The monster.
And there was something else. What else was there? There was something on the back of the can or something that she had an issue with. This was like one lady that like led this charge.
I know. I remember that video was really big in the early 2000s.
Yeah. That was like when Monster was like at its height too. Like Monster was the energy drink back then.
Yeah,
you were either Red Bull or you were Monster.
Yep. That was before, because now there's like 47 different energy drinks. Shoot, there's like a whole Monster section now.
Yeah.
But then next to it, but I will say
there's also alcoholic Monster now.
Really? Oh, no, I did know this.
Yeah, actually I have a few. I don't even drink. I don't even drink that much.
That's terrifying because if it's anything like Four Loko, I need to stay away.
Yeah.
I had an experience.
Do tell us how the evil energy drink got you.
First of all, Four Lokos might actually be the devil.
Yeah.
Okay. It was back in the day, back before COVID, right? And I was at work and it started snowing.
Yeah.
Right. And I went home early because it was so bad.
Yeah.
Because like it was like, go home or you're gonna be stuck here. I was like,
was it like that blizzard we had a couple years ago?
It might have been.
I
can't fully remember the context because so I decided I'm day drinking, right?
I feel it. I feel that. Yeah.
Four Lokos because, they're pretty and I'd never had them before. And they have blue raspberry and grape and that sounds delicious.
Blue raspberry is one of the best flavors ever.
Right. I got a blue raspberry body scrub, by the way. I'm so excited.
Okay. What?
At Walmart. Swear to God.
Okay. I might need you to pick me up one of those at some point because holy shit, that sounds amazing. I'm all
really
about that
excited.
self-care shit. So
I'm really excited about trying it. I just got it yesterday.
hell yeah, let me know how that
So,
is.
I'm sipping my drink, playing Call of Duty, and
Yeah,
then my brother, who was at my house at the time,
yeah.
says, "Don't drink that too fast." And listen, if there's one thing that I am about, I am not letting a man tell me what to do.
A bear
Okay.
maybe,
A bear, I'd think about it,
but
but
not a
a
man.
man.
Not a man.
So I
Absolutely
took
not.
I took that Four Loco.
Yeah.
The whole thing. I had been sipping on it. I took the whole thing and chugged it. Bye.
Stop.
I
Immediately regretted that decision.
Oh no, I had a blast. Listen, I don't remember it, but whoo, that was a fun time. I woke up on the floor, freezing cold, between my bed and the wall.
Yeah.
I woke up. I think I woke up at about 7 o'clock.
Okay.
Felt like I was dead, so I
7
went back to
a.m.
sleep.
right the next day.
Nope, nope.
p.m. Okay. Okay.
Because I had gotten home at about 12:30.
Yeah.
That's when I started sipping, and then
Yeah.
it was like maybe by 1 o'clock when he said the fateful words, "Don't drink that too fast." And I was like, oh,
Fuck you, chug.
yeah.
I love it. I woke up on a treadmill one time.
Oh,
Yeah. It was
that
weird.
it wasn't on, right?
No, it
was
wasn't
just
on. Everybody
chilling.
asks that. Everybody says that every single time I tell that story. They're like, "That wasn't on, was it?" Like,
Right? Like,
that'd be even worse. Like, you imagine just like sleeping through like an on treadmill, just fucking
well, I'm thinking like
drawing your
taking
face up.
sleepwalking to a new level.
Oh shit! It's like what you fucking like you exercise when you're awake? No, no. I get my workouts in while I'm sleeping.
Right. Like
You don't get that time back.
You're exactly. I have shit to do.
Exactly.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm not fucking. I don't know. I don't just have all day to go fucking walking.
Right. Ugh, walking.
Some other innocuous things that the Christians have found issues with. Apparently, Guitar Hero was evil.
I could see them having an issue with that, partially because of the
Mhm.
rock music. There's a lot of rock music.
Lot of rock music, and we all know rock music is the devil. Yeah, Guitar Hero and Minecraft.
I'm trying to figure out how. Listen, okay. First Smurfs.
These are the same. These are all coming from the same ones. That Club 36, the old dude and the old lady sitting there, just like chatting about evil things.
Can you? How is Minecraft the devil?
Because it distracts from the Bible, and apparently something about it. It felt like there was a vibe of like creating is only for God to do. And so, like, you're actually spitting in the face of God if you fucking make stuff in Minecraft, which
That's
I'm just
definitely a
like,
stretch. Now I can
big
see that with The
stretch.
Sims. Sims is the devil.
Sims is a miniature God simulation for sure. I have murdered so many Sims.
It used to be my thing
hmm
to marry,
hmm
all the boy Sims
hmm
and then add them to my collection.
So you did like a Black Widow.
I had a whole graveyard in my
Ooh,
backyard
shit.
and I was rich.
Well, I bet because you were getting that life insurance money.
All of their assets and everything would come into my name, and I'm like, oh well, I'm done with you.
And see that
Bye.
I can, but you know what? I haven't actually seen Sims mentioned. You would think.
The Sims, let me tell you what, as a non-Christian,
Yeah.
that as a whatever the opposite of Christian is, that's me. The Sims is
Yeah.
110% the devil. Like
Yeah.
I saw somebody say, did you play Sims? And when they answered yes, they'd be like, oh, so you're also a sociopath.
Yeah. Also, Sim City, if you want to do it on a bigger scale, like, because like you just build up the city and then just be like, you know what? I feel like a hurricane needs to happen right now.
Right. Like
And then they started like
earthquake.
allowing you to put, yeah, earthquake. They started letting you like unleash a Godzilla on the city.
Yeah.
And I'm
I
like,
think there was one with an alien attack.
yes. And of course, we both did that.
Duh.
That was like the
Duh.
first fucking thing we would have done.
The Sims is definitely the devil.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. Now, this might be my favorite one. This is the one that I spent the most on. This was in the 35-minute one, the Danny McBride looking motherfucker. I forget the guy's name. It's like it didn't mention his name, but just churchy Danny McBride, God Danny McBride, that guy.
Yeah.
Fucking this guy and Pokemon.
Literally everything that like is my childhood apparently is the devil, which explains a lot.
Yeah.
If everything in my childhood was the devil, then okay.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, that makes sense. It tracks.
Yeah.
Devil's got me.
The devil definitely got me.
But it was like he's going through all this stuff, and he's like, it was like when it was like the first generation of Pokemon. So it was like the first 150. So like they didn't like these are the ones that I knew. I knew the first generation like backwards and forward. And so like I'm listening to him as an adult, and I still like have that muscle memory of like knowing like things about him. But he's like coming out here. He's got Poliwhirl. You remember Poliwhirl? He's the one that's got the Twilight Zone chest.
I know very few Pokemon.
Okay, you know Pikachu though.
Oh yeah.
Everybody knows
yeah.
Pikachu. Everybody knows Pikachu. He'll be coming up in a sec. But Poliwhirl is like this fucking. He's like a round toad looking motherfucker, and he's got like a swirl in his chest. He uses the swirl to like hypnotize people, which that's fucking cool. He's a psychic Pokemon. Yeah. This guy's out here now. What does the swirl represent? Male fertility, and they're all just like, oh, and it's like,
yeah,
does it? Like, is that a thing?
He needs to hook up with Smurfette.
He needs. Oh shit, Poliwhirl and Smurfette. They would take over.
Yeah, they would.
They'd make the Antichrist.
They probably would. The Antichrist, you heard it here first. Mm-hmm. The Antichrist is what happens when you breed a Poliwhirl with Smurfette.
And you get a Polysmurf.
Oh, sexy.
Shit. It does sound sexy. A Polysmurf? Oh shit, that does sound sexy.
It's the Antichrist.
A little bit of a slutty Smurf. I like that.
Yeah.
There's been so much talk of slutty Smurfs on this episode.
I know. It's because the devil.
It is the devil. The devil's in us. The devil
is in us.
The devil is taking over. And he's pushing the Smurf agenda.
I know something else that Satan is in, and it's Weird Wide Podcast.
No!
They got us. We are the devil.
Satan is definitely in Weird Wide Podcast. In fact, I'm going to do a little bit of a throwback too of we got our own Satan figure. We got to bust him back out soon. Is Evil Papa John?
Oh yeah.
Remember Evil Papa John?
Yeah.
We got our own figure in the Weirdoverse who made a deal with Satan to come back for his day of retribution. And he came back as a pizza-based evil entity. I think it's obvious that I smoke weed sometimes, like because some of the shit that I come off with.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Yeah.
Little bit.
A little bit. You're very creative.
Yeah. I'll take it. So this guy goes on and on about Pokemon. Now he goes to Pikachu and he goes, now look at Pikachu. He's got a picture of Pikachu. Like he's got the happy Pikachu, right? And he's like, you see that tail? That tail? It's a satanic Z.
Lightning. Oh.
No, he got to the lightning. The lightning is evil too.
God.
But like the tail, he called it erect. This dude is like got dick on the mind. This guy's so Pikachu. Are you fucking feeling evil? Or are you just happy to see me?
Pikachu, hi.
Oh my god, we're sexualizing Pikachu.
It's the Christians that are doing it.
I know, this guy comes out talking about an erect tail. He's like, look at his big erect tail there. Like, what the hell? Oh my god. Poor Pikachu. But Pikachu's evil because he's got the erect tail and he's got the lightning. The lightning is evil. And then he starts talking about like Mewtwo. Mewtwo has the 3 hands. Or the 3 fingers,
yeah,
right? And he's always like doing
monster
some kind
and the devil.
Yeah, he's always doing some kind of salute, and like he's like it's always with the left hand, and the salute is how he gets your children. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
The children,
not the children.
Makes me think of the South Park episode though, with like Chimpokumon or something.
Chimpokumon. I got you.
Fucking Pikachu. Mewtwo.
Mewtwo. Now, Mewtwo, I can at least admit, comes off evil, because he even mentions, he's like, he looks like a little alien. He does. I'll give you that.
He kind of does.
And you know what? He's a science experiment. Okay, like yeah, he wasn't a good dude. Like he was kind of he's like an evil Pokemon.
Yeah, but like I can't get over the Pikachu with his erect tail though.
I can't either. That wasn't even the worst of it though. Like he came after the characters, like the human characters. Like he had an issue with Misty. Now, you never really watched the show, did you?
No, I have very minimal knowledge about Pokemon. I know a little bit.
Do you remember like seeing the cartoon and there's like the redhead girl that's like in the group? That's Misty.
Yeah. Okay.
And like now Misty doesn't listen. Misty is like, she's a strong, independent woman who's like literally only following Ash like because like he owes her a bike. It's a whole thing. And then it just ends up in the group. But like he literally is out here like, look at her short shorts. She's got short shorts on and she doesn't listen to a man. Like she's got things and I'm like,
she's been hanging out with Smurfette too much.
She has been hanging out with Smurfette has been corrupting Misty. He literally looks at the audience, goes, typical woman. Oh, I'm just kidding. It's like no, you said it out loud. You weren't just joking. You meant that, buddy. Oh, another thing too, I somehow missed. They all refer to Pokemon when they're talking to about Pokemon. They all refer to it as hailing from the Orient.
That's a strange
way to
put it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like they haven't worded it that way since like before Nom.
Yeah, hailing from the Orient.
From the Orient.
Okay.
Yeah. Then there was
yikes.
Yeah, it's a little troublesome.
Yeah.
But that's kind of their whole thing, is being troublesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then there was like the goal of Pokemon, right? The goal of Pokemon is to become a Pokemon master. Now that word master. And he's like, if you become a master, you don't need anyone in your life. These kids believe that they could become a Pokemon master and then call upon this power in real life. And so they don't need church. They don't need school. They don't need their aunts and uncles. They don't need their fathers and the mothers. They definitely don't need church. And I'm like, bro, you are reading too far into this shit. What is your deal?
I was just gonna say, like, because it sounds like masturbating. Like master is in masturbating, see, like the devil as well.
You would think he would have gotten there because he's clearly got that on the mind. He's like looking up fucking Misty shorts. Can't take his eye off of Pikachu's erect tail.
Right.
And he is just like, so you would think that's where he would have gotten? No. Master is because Master is Satan. Master is as abandoned God.
Master is Satan.
Master is Satan. He then talked about the Pokemon ball. He kept calling it a Pokemon ball instead of a Pokeball, which irritated me because it's just such a
very, very boomer of him.
So boomer. It's some shit my parents would do, like where they get something like just like when I'm really excited about something as a 7-year-old kid, and they're just like they get it just slightly wrong because they're not really listening because I talk too much, and that's how it feels.
Yeah, like they're going on the Facebooks.
The Facebooks, yeah, exactly. Like. What's another good example of a boomerism like that? Like I can't even think of any at the moment.
Putting the before everything that doesn't have the, like the Walmart,
the Facebook. I do like to do that ironically though.
It annoys my 17-year-old so much.
So you just do it on purpose.
Oh God, yeah. If I can boomer to Alex, I boomer to Alex.
I vibe with that. Like just like when you get a chance to boomer, you do boomer a little bit.
Oh yeah.
I dig it. All right, so there was that. Then he got into Magic the Gathering, which I never got into Magic. Did you ever get into Magic?
No, I never. That was what I could see it because the whole magic thing, like magic is the devil. You know, it's understandable. It's under the whole realm of sorcery and magic, and that's like the devil.
Yeah.
So.
They have a real problem with sorcerers. Like they really think sorcerers are like a real problem, like a real issue to be dealt with because they're over here. Like I don't really get the premise of Magic, to be honest. I just never play. I've seen my friends play it. I just never got into it. But like he's just showing the most evil cards that he could find. Like look, that's a ghoul. That's a ghoul right there. Do you want your children playing with ghouls? Ghouls are of Satan.
Yeah, they're Satan. And I definitely don't want my kids playing with a ghoul because ew, it
know.
probably bites.
I don't know. Have you seen the new Fallout? That ghoul was pretty cool.
Listen.
That ghoul was pretty cool.
Listen. He was pretty something, okay? Right. He might be like satanic, okay, but in a Pikachu Smurfette kind of way. You know
exactly,
what I mean?
And in a rat tail kind of way. Yeah, exactly. Everybody likes that guy.
Oh yeah. I haven't even seen this show, and I'm like, oh, hi.
See, and you're literally proving the point of that one meme that I think it was like incels talking about how like my looks don't get me anywhere. It's like, dude, there are women right now writing X-rated fan fiction about the ghoul as we speak.
Oh yeah, like it had. Girl,
you gonna be okay? You going a little Smurfette on me over here.
I grew up on the Smurfs, so I'm not gonna
go
survive.
To Smurf Mountain. I didn't realize that when my parents took me to Smurf Mountain that they were taking me to Satan's fucking den.
Satan's
fucking compound.
They set us up for satanic failure.
Damn it, my spiritual soul is in jeopardy because of that.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah, wow. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Cool. Thanks for taking me to the Smurfs. I'm sure Yogi Bear was fucking evil too somehow.
Probably man or a bear.
Actually, yeah, man. Oh shit, man or a bear. Yeah,
man or a bear is definitely satanic principles being
yeah.
put into fucking modern life.
100%. 100%. And you know what? I'd much rather run into fucking Yogi than Ranger Rick or whatever his name was, Mr. Ranger.
Yeah, he seemed like a fucking asshole. Like
he did.
Stop.
He's
like
always
leave me
trying
alone.
to ruin a good time, and yeah.
He's a fucking nerd.
Yeah, he's a nerd, and you know what? Fucking Yogi is gonna he's gonna be like, I'm gonna steal a picnic basket, and it's like he'll probably share. Him and I could probably have a nice lunch together.
Right. And hopefully it's a nice little sandwich and some potato salad.
God damn, I'm hungry again.
I know. We do this every time.
Every single time. We can't help ourselves. It's just
I know. We're fucking fat asses.
We are some fat kids over here. Like I really need to make that jingle for Fat Kid Corner at some point.
I have a feeling that's going to be like 90% of the sound on here once you make that jingle.
Yeah.
It's going to be Fat Kid Corner.
Fat Kid Corner. All right. So next was one that I love because of the flip-flopping. Harry Potter. Okay.
Listen, I was actually about to bring up Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Because I love the direction that this went. Because like, no, Harry Potter and it's sorcerers and magic and Satan.
You can't read them books.
Yeah. Ban it from the schools.
Go get it out of here.
They're letting Satan into the school.
Through sorcery. He's a sorcerer, and sorcerers are of the devil. Sorcerers cannot be trusted because they are not of God.
The literal devil.
Literal devil.
And I think it's really funny because J.K. Rowling is a very hardcore Christian.
Yeah, she's a hardcore Christian turf piece of shit. She can go fuck herself because she is out here. For those of you who don't know, I feel like most of you know, J.K. Rowling is out here fucking anti-trans fucking cunt. So like the Christians did this flip-flop thing where like all through the like when did that start? Like early 2000s like ish?
Yeah, it was very shortly after they started making the movies and Harry Potter started getting really popular.
Yeah, Christians were up in arms.
The devil.
Man. But then
the devil.
As soon as she turned out to be a shithead, I was like, oh, she's one of us. No, Harry Potter's cool. Harry Potter's cool.
Yeah, he's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, no, we're good. We're good. Voldemort, he's a good guy.
Yeah, this is like literally reading Harry Potter is basically like reading the Bible. Okay?
Yeah, exactly. Like you might as well like just like read Harry Potter instead.
Harry Potter himself is Jesus. Okay. And that's why Gandalf looks the way he does because he's actually the Lord. Okay.
Okay, Gandalf is from Gandalf is Lord of the Rings. I think you mean Dumbledore.
Yeah.
I love how you just like showed like you're not like in the nerd spectrum as much.
It's not even the nerd spectrum. It's the movie spectrum specifically.
Oh my god, that was funny as shit.
You know, you got Dumbledore.
Yeah, Dumbledore. Albus
Chilling.
Dumbledore.
Looking like the Lord, okay,
right.
with his white beard.
Yeah,
And
because
then you
he
got
looks like the classic in the clouds god.
right,
That
right.
bearded god. Yeah.
Then you have Hermione. And
Uh-huh.
listen, she is definitely the fucking, oh my gosh, what's the one story in the Bible where it's the whore?
The Whore of
Mary
Babylon, Mary
Magdalene.
Magdalene. Yeah, because she's out here thinking and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have
And
bitches
like,
thinking.
yeah, don't fucking read books and be smart. You fucking whore.
You little Smurfette whore.
Oh, like, ooh. And like you really, it really does go on that level.
Yeah.
If you really, really, really try
Mhm.
to, I don't know, listen, you got to hand it to some of these Christians, okay?
For the creativity.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or they smoke a lot of weed too.
You know what? I feel like I feel like if they do smoke weed, they need to like switch their strain because like they are just not
Not
they're
vibing.
no, man. Like you need to vibe better, man. Like you shouldn't be watching this shit and thinking, "Oh, that's evil." You should be like, "That's fun."
Right. Like, just leave us alone. Let us
Yeah,
have
man.
stuff.
Let us have stuff. But like the problem is we're always going to have like this kind of satanic concern where people are finding Beelzebub where he's not. You know, it's like anything like the newest thing. This absolutely drives me absolutely bonkers. Is Taylor Swift.
She sold her soul to the devil.
She sold her soul to the devil. She's a Smurfette.
Mm-hmm.
She's a Smurfette. But again, you got Taylor Swift. I mean, like, you got a woman thinking. You got a woman doing things. Like, here's the thing. I'm not even, like, that into Taylor Swift. But, like, I respect what she's fucking done. Like,
Oh, yeah.
and I know, like, a friend of the show, Natalie, I know she's going to kill me for saying that because I know Natalie from the podcast To All the Men I've Tolerated Before. Yeah, that's some Smurf that shit right there. Out here fucking just, like,
Natalie
talking about
is
misogyny.
Natalie is the devil.
Yeah,
I
Natalie.
knew it.
Yeah,
Good job,
Smurfette.
Natalie.
Good job, good job. Everyone, check out that show. It's
Jeez
a good
Louise.
show. She's got, but I know she's gonna be mad at me for like, you know, like I'm not the biggest. I'm not a Swiftie. I'm not claiming to be. I'm not really a fan. Like, just not my type of music, not my kind of tunes. But I like she's just out here kicking ass. She's out here doing her thing. She's a fucking self-made billionaire who's kicking the fuck out of it. Like she's rocking it. But like they can't handle that. They can't handle a strong fucking successful woman who don't need them. And that's what it all fucking boils down to. Like we said at the top of the show, it's all about fucking control. It's all
Yeah.
about just fucking seizing control. They don't want a Smurfette out here who can. I love that like we've made this a thing. This is going to be like an ongoing thing. Like
The Smurfette.
the Smurfette thing. Yeah. So I fucking love that. Fucking.
Yes.
But they don't want that. They don't want a Taylor Swift. They don't want a woman who doesn't need them. They want to be needed. They want to be able to control. And that is why they're pissed off at all this shit.
Yep, that's exactly why. Like it drives me crazy because if you actually like go and okay, reading it, there's some pretty interesting stories in there.
Yeah.
It is an interesting read. It
Yeah.
is, but
Talking about the
like
Bible, right?
yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
But like I think maybe calm down.
Well, you know what? And I kind of wanted to end the show a little bit with like a couple things that I feel like were a little dickish of like to happen in the Bible.
Oh
So,
yeah.
like,
Oh God. I've
yeah.
so many.
Okay. So I've got a few. I've got a few. Like when God went full Sims and flooded the goddamn world because, oh man, I fucked up. Everybody got to die.
I will say that it definitely made God like a little bit more relatable.
I'll give you that. You know what? He
Yeah.
did create us in his image.
That's true.
Does that
That's
mean that we
true.
were like good Christian folk for like killing our Sims? Is that a Christian thing to do? Is that like the good Christian thing to do?
Oh my God.
Oh, man.
We might be really good Christians or something.
Damn it! Well, we fucked up. We gotta do some evil shit.
Oops.
Or bad.
I like the story in the Bible where the devil is basically like they you know they only listen to you because like whatever. And God's like, no, like they do. They legit listen to me. So he made a dude kill another dude, kill his son, I think.
Oh, dude, I know the one you're talking about. It's like they fucked his whole Like he had a farm because everybody had a farm in the Bible or something, and it was like they had all his fucking crops die, his fucking house burned down, all his sheep got fucking sheep cancer, his kid fucking fell down a well, and all these different like horrible things. Like his life was ruined.
And then God was like, look, he still does pray to me, haha.
And it's
Devil.
like, it's like, fuck you, dude. Like,
Yeah.
really? Like
God's a narcissist.
God's an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, honestly, like why? Like, if he's like one of your dudes, like, why do you gotta prove to the devil? Like, didn't you cast the devil out? Like, didn't you say to the devil, go fuck yourself, go into this fucking pit? Why are you fucking talking to him and making a goddamn deal? Like,
isn't your whole thing like not listening to what the devil has to say?
But you're out here being fucking duped by the devil to fucking like to torture your own dude who's like on your team.
Hypocrite. It turns out the moral of this entire episode is the real devil is the Bible.
Ooh, see, I've actually had that theory of like, what if God is actually the bad guy?
I think about that an uncomfortable amount of my time.
Yeah, yeah. And like, honestly, if it's the guy that these fuckers are portraying, fuck that guy. But yeah, you know what? I don't want to believe that. I don't think like I'm gonna get a little bit like kind of spiritual here. If God, Jesus, and all that exist, I think he is looking down and he's like, I have the worst fan base. I bet you Jesus, chill as fuck. Chill as fuck.
Listen, I would love to chill with Jesus because, first of all, he's just like, you guys have some water over here? Just kidding. Let's get drunk.
Oh, shit. Who's ready? Yeah, I bet you could take some grass from the lawn, fucking turn it into weed. I bet you he could.
Probably.
I bet you could. And I bet you he would.
Let's bring Jesus into modern times.
Right?
Okay.
You get fucking hungry. He's like, I got you, fam. We don't need to fucking go. I'm going to make a bunch of fish. You ready for a fish fry? Yeah, I'm ready for a fish fry.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, Jesus, listen. I'm going to need you to come down. Okay. I'm going to need you to come down, hang out with us for a little bit. Yep. Let's make a new Bible.
That's right.
Okay, God. I know that they're fucking your book up.
We're going to fix it.
We can do like a revised version, the Weird Wide Bible or something.
Yeah. Oh my God. Are you ready to really start a cult?
Oh my God, we could.
Dude, let's start a cult. Fuck yes. Like I've joked about this being a cult. Are starting a cult. Everyone join our cult.
Yay. We have to think of really cool things for like our cult people to call us.
Yeah. What are we thinking?
I don't know. Barbara. I want to be called Barbara.
Why Barbara?
The Barbara.
The Barbara. Okay, so you're the Barbara. I want something more intense. I think I'm just going to be the wizard.
The wizard.
The wizard. I literally am like, because like I know we've talked about doing a D&D like specific episode, and like actually we got a fun twist for that we'll reveal at some point. But I've actually literally like been looking on Amazon for this wizard hat just like to wear while we do that episode. Like, so like I'm just gonna claim that title now. I am the wizard, JD the wizard,
and I'm the Barbara.
Oh yeah, the Barbara and the wizard. Oh shit! Look at us.
Aw. For that one time we started a cult together.
I love it. Oh my God. Any other fucked up Bible stories? I know there was the one where it's like they told a chick not to turn around when they were nuking a city, and then she did, and they were like, "Oh, fuck you, salt. You're salt now."
Not gonna lie, there's a lot of really fucked up Bible stories.
Wasn't there one where like the daughters also like raped their father?
I don't know.
I think
it was all my Bible stories are from when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of it was like,
yeah. I remember specifically, and I'm gonna like, I've said this to my friends before. I've never said this on the show, but like I remember like the moment where I was like, wow, Christians are fucking morons. So like it was, do you remember back when CD-ROMs came out? Like when like we still called it CD-ROM, and it was a big deal to get one.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The family computer. fucking, I got one for Christmas, birthday, something like that. It was like the solar system. It was like, because my parents are cool. My parents are my dad's a little religious, but they're cool as fuck. They believe in science. They're reasonable fucking people. So they get me this thing about the solar system because they knew I was into space and shit. And I'm like, this is fucking cool. Like you could like go from Earth to fucking like Mars. It'll give you facts on it and shit. It's like Pluto was still there. Pluto was still a planet.
Pluto was still a planet.
It was it was back when my very educated mother just served us 9 pizzas. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Like
Pluto,
now she's not serving us anything. She's just serving us 9.
Nothing.
And what does that even mean?
She serves us nothing.
Yeah, she does.
What a cunt. What a cunt.
Bitch.
She's a real Smurfette. Real Smurfette. But I remember I went like, I was stoked about it. And so like, I went down to my friend's house down the street. Like, cause all my other cool friends had moved at this point. So this dude, he was like this, like from this weird Christian family, which by the way, there was definitely a gun just laying on their floor at one point, I remember. And I think the guy was a cop. So like, it was a very unhinged situation, but like, I remember I was telling them about the it was like an educational thing. I'm not going to call it a game. It was like an educational like thing.
Yeah.
And they're over here. I'm telling them about Jupiter and shit. And they're looking at me and the mom. I don't even think it was the mom. I think it was a stepmom that like the dad had like brought in from the church or something, like, or the church arranged. I don't fucking know. But like, she looks at me. She goes, the scientists will have their explanations, but Jesus, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just sitting there like, are you fucking sitting here trying to tell me that you don't think Jupiter fucking exists? Because I know that Jupiter exists. I'm like 8 years old, and I'm like, this will not do.
There's definitely some stuff that they try.
Yeah.
And like with the whole like dinosaur thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And I was like, how, like, what? You don't, like, it gets to a point where it's like you can't actually believe this, in my opinion. There's no,
like, I hear you saying it, but there's no way you actually believe what you're saying right now.
You're saying it and you're trying to get people to be on board and agree with you, but there's no way
in hell
that you agree that they are pretending that there's what?
I refuse to believe it.
Right, like. Stop.
I absolutely refuse to believe it.
Like, get a personality. Okay. Yeah. Have like, I don't know. It's so annoying to me. Like, there's no way. There's no way you believe this stuff.
No, there's no way. And if you do, like, you shouldn't. Like, you should have critical thinking to not do this.
Yeah. If you do, then maybe it's time to do some therapeutic D&D.
Exactly. You know what? Exactly. This is what we need the therapeutic D&D for. So you can see that it's just fun. It's just improv and math. That's all it is. Yeah. And just a roll of the die. That's all it is.
How many times have I had all these really cool dice? Never used them.
Well, you will soon. We're gonna hook that shit up. I've got a homebrew campaign that is going to be a lot of fun. Like, it's like, and I've got other, like, we'll get there. Well, I'll tell you about it off air.
All right. Heck yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, everybody at home, thanks for listening. We want to know if you got any any like really fucked up, like weird things that your like overly religious parents may have freaked out about. Maybe some things that just were a little innocuous that your parents like went a little Satan squad on. I know like lately we didn't even get into it, but like Greg Locke, that fucking piece of shit from Tennessee, the one who, by the way, I think he got caught buying a fuck ton of meth. So he's a piece
that of shit. Explains some stuff.
Yeah, but he's out there like pissing on tarot cards and like mad. He's in a Barnes and Noble talking about how like, look at all the Satan shit. Look at all this. We're going to hell. So anything that you guys might have, let us know. Send us an email.
Any of the satanic concerns that you were raised with.
Any satanic concerns, especially weird ones. Let us know about it. We want to hear about it. Send us an email, weirdwidepodcast@gmail.com. You can also just say hey if you want. If you're watching on YouTube, you can leave it in the comments. Let us know there. You can also make sure to hit the subscribe button. Follow us. Like I said, leave a comment, all that good shit. We are not going to fuck this up like we did on the Hungry episode. I believe in you. We're going to get this outro outro. Done. We're gonna get it done.
You're
right.
rocking it.
Hell
You're
yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it. I'm gonna make you do part of the outro at some point. I know. I need you to know that. It's just all on me right now, but at some point,
right?
I'm gonna make you fucking help.
Working up to it.
Working up to it. That's fair. That's fair. If you like what you're hearing, leave us a review. I think you can do it on Spotify. I know you can do it on Apple, but they really do help. Tell your friends about us. Let's spread this weird cult for the Wizard and the Barbara, because we're the Wizard and the Barbara. And,
right. And we want to start a community of like-minded individuals.
Exactly. Stay tuned for more fun shit. We got a lot of shit going on, so we'll get to it when we get to it. We do have an Instagram coming, official for the show, and we do have a TikTok coming. We're going to be doing some more fun stuff on there. We just haven't gotten to it yet. It's just how it is. We will at some point, but
we're busy little bumblebees.
Busy bumblebees, exactly. Just like, we're busy, just like we're in a little girl's closet. That sounded creepy. Let's just not ever isolate that audio at all. Your fucking face. If you're not watching, you're missing out. You're absolutely missing out.
I think I need to go to bed.
I think so too. We're almost done. So until we do get those ones up, you can follow me at Dudist Weirdo on Instagram, TikTok, and I have started posting on Clapper for some reason, just trying to get it all out there.
Bringing it back.
Bringing Clapper back. That's right. Follow Bethany at bethany.gets.weird. It's a mouthful, but it's fucking cool looking. It looks cool as fuck. It's just Bethany Gets Weird. We all know what it is.
Right. It looks cool.
It does. It's just a lot to say. It's a lot to say.
It's annoying to say.
Yeah, a little bit. So next week, I believe we have a monster that we're going to be exploring a little bit. I know Bethany's excited about this one. This is one of her favorites. So fucking stoked about that. And then we're coming up actually pretty soon after that on the 50th fucking episode of the show.
Crazy.
Which
That's
is
awesome.
Crazy to me. So we're gonna have a fun little celebration with that. So stay tuned for all that. We're just getting started here. 50 is just the beginning. We are going to fucking infinity. We are going to
beyond.
And beyond. That's right. Until it's time to fucking drink the Kool-Aid and ride the comet off into the cosmos.
Yes, because now we're a cult.
We're a cult now. We're officially a cult. Fuck
Yay.
yeah. Fuck yeah. Get your Kool-Aid ready. I don't think I missed anything. I think I got all of it. I think all the outro stuff. So join us next week for some monstrous shit. Tell your friends, and we love you all. Stay weird.